video number 2, as I took off and started driving and started thinking about some things in a little more detail. So, right now, I am a stay-at-home dad. I've got 4 children. They range in ages from my youngest just turned 12 up to I've got a 20-year-old who does still live at home right now for a myriad of reasons, but the biggest one being he just can't afford to live on his own. He's got a good job as far as doing what he loves, which is what I've tried to tell my kids, that I want them to do what they love, because there's no substitute for being able to go to work and enjoy what you do every single day. He actually works at the 1880s train in Hill City, South Dakota, and he works in the shop. He's been a fireman. You know, he does all kinds of stuff. Trains are his life. I don't know what we did with this boy growing up that got him so interested in trains, but the kid's life revolves around trains, historic trains, steam trains, and model railroad. He loves that. So anyway, that's why he's still with us, and I love having him there. I love, being able to have that relationship with him. I do want him to be able to get out on his own, but I also know that right now people can't afford to live on their own. I mean, just to get a 1-bedroom apartment, by yourself in this area, you're looking at $1,500 a month. That's just for the apartment. That doesn't take into account bills and anything else. Now, that doesn't sound maybe to some people like a lot, but sadly, working at the train, he doesn't do real well. That'd be probably just about what he brings home in a month as far as his take-home pay. He does a little better than that, but not enough to live and enjoy life. Yes, he can do roommates. Yes, he can do a lot of things. I'm not going to go into all that right now. My others are homeschooled. That was one of the nice things about coming to South Dakota, is it's a big unschooling community. Homeschool, very easy to do here. You file a letter with the state that you tell the state you're providing alternative education, and that's it. So far, there's no minimums they have to meet. There's no, they don't have to be tested, checked, all that. I get to teach them what I want them to learn, and I don't have to subject them to all of the other bad things that are going on. I thought coming to South Dakota from Colorado would be different. I thought schools here would be better. They're not. We're in a city. A lot of the things that we're seeing throughout the world right now, and especially in the West, in our country, are creeping into even here in South Dakota. And so you're getting a lot of the things that I don't want my kids to learn about from a school. There's that. Just give me a second. So we're homeschooling them, and I love it. It's been great. Their schedules are easy. As far as they can finish school quick, and they can learn. There's so many options out there, things that you can do in school, online, YouTube. And I tell my kids all the time, hey, if there's something you need to see, because I know how I learned. I couldn't read a book, a textbook, and learn anything. It never clicked. We had this conversation this morning with them. Water cycle, for instance, hydrologic cycle. I gave my kids an assessment test just because I wanted to see how they were doing, and my daughter didn't do well on the hydrologic cycle. She hasn't studied it. It was a test that I just printed offline, a 6th grade proficiency test, and said, here, take this. Okay, she didn't know it. No problem. I know what I need to teach you now. But I also said, hey, I guarantee you there's a YouTube video out there that talks about the hydrologic cycle. Find one. 5-minute video. It took 2 seconds to find it. She can watch it. We have so many resources right now for education. But one thing that I've always wanted to, and I tell this to everybody, I'm going to point this out to anybody who decides they want to listen or watch this. Do you know what made the Ivy League colleges? Do you have any understanding of why they are the Ivy League schools? Okay? In the beginning, what started them? What made everybody want to go to Yale, Harvard, Princeton, Columbia, whatever it may be? It was one thing: their libraries. They had the most extensive libraries, hence they were the best schools. That's why people went to those schools. Now, I mean, we're talking, when they first started, 150, 200 years ago. Don't quote me on it. I don't know exactly when. But I do know that that's what made them the cream of the crop, was their extensive libraries. You have access to all the information that those schools have that were considered the elite schools in the palm of your hand, on the device you're holding, that's in your pocket, in your purse, whatever the case may be. That's what made them the elite schools, and we have access to it. Now, there's a lot of things that you can learn, and I'm not going to sit here and say that college is bad and no one should go to college. If you want to go to college, go to college. That's fantastic. A lot of people think it's great to show an employer that you can show up somewhere for 4 years. Fantastic. I'm going to tell you right now, yes, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I used to run a pretty big company. My background, we owned a trucking company in the oil field. Started out with a couple of trucks. We built that into an operation that, at the time we sold it 10 years ago, we had over 50 trucks, 70 employees, and we were doing $22 million a year in revenue. There's a whole lot more I could say about my background with that, but I understand hiring, firing, what to look for in employees. I get all that. Having a college education is great if you need a college education. If you're going to be a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, some kind of a profession that requires a certain type of education, by all means get the education. But if you don't need to do that, you can absolutely go out, get a job, learn what you need to learn, and you can make something of yourself. You can be something. If you show up every day, if you are the hardest worker there, you can be successful. The biggest thing is finding out what you want to be, what makes you happy, where do you find your joy. And I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't figured that out. I loved what I did when we had our company, and we sold the company. The sale didn't go well, I'll tell you that right now. I haven't been able to find anything since that has been as fulfilling to me. And so I'm searching right now. I'm looking for and trying to understand, where is my happiness? Where is my joy? How do I do that thing that I can love, that I can make a living at? You know, there's so many ways people make a living now, make a good living, make money, you know. No, money is not what buys you happiness, but it sure makes the misery a little easier. I think it's the same. And I've been there. I've had money. I was a millionaire before I was 30. Life was a lot easier when I could just go to the store and buy what I wanted and didn't need to think about it. Don't have that luxury now. Want to get it back. How do we do that? Find what you love and figure out a way to do it. So to bring this back, that's what I appreciate about my son. Finding what he loves, sticking with it. He's not making a ton right now, but I guarantee you one day people are still going to want to see those steam trains. They're still going to want to go ride in those cars. And he's going to have a skill set as far as driving them, building them, keeping them functional, that's going to be worth something to someone. And he's young enough now that he doesn't have to make a fortune to do it. So he can do what he loves, get the experience that he needs, and he'll have a skill and a value to someone for the rest of his life. figure that out for you if you haven't already. If you have, hey, I'd love to hear about it. Give me some ideas, because seriously, I'm looking. I love managing people. That was my thing. I found joy in helping others achieve success. A lot of the employees that I had have now gone on to own their own companies, and I am ecstatic for them. I love that they've been able to do that we were able to help, teach them and inspire them. And I can only say that because I still talk to a lot of my employees, almost a lot of them on a weekly basis. And I don't toot my own horn and think that I was some great boss. I always came at my employees from the notion that, you know what, I've been there. I was an employee. How did I want to be treated? I was a driver. How did I want my boss to take care of me? And that helped me to be successful, I think, in what we did. All you gotta do is put yourself in someone else's shoes. If you want to understand them, try them. I mean, the saying is old, but it's so true. Walk a mile in their shoes. Empathy. Where are they coming from? Try to understand who they are. What motivates them. What drives them. And you can generally figure out how to take care of them, work with them, and get the most out of them. You really can. Alright, this video's gone on way too long, way longer than I thought. You know a little more about me now? Hopefully it helps you understand who I am. Have a great day.